Will silver or gold crush Bitcoin in the next few years, or do you think that Bitcoin will still continue to outperform everything? Look at how crazy this chart is, right? What is this altcoin or crazy degen coin, meme coin that's running up right now? That is, believe it or not, silver. Ohio silver. Anderson Silver, right? Brazilian UFC champion, if you don't know who that is. But it is certainly performing like an UFC champion. Look at this. Basically, it's doing what gold has done earlier this year, which is parabolic performance. Big pullback. Everyone thought it was all over. Double top, right? And then we've gone parabolic again. What is causing this? And do we think Bitcoin or Ethereum or silver, which one is going to basically take over the world in the next few years? Now, I show you guys this because this chart is actually very similar to the Ethereum chart, which is a big cup and handle, right? Massive cup here and handle. Are we on logarithmic? Yeah, okay. Logarithmic scale. Cup and handle. Except this cup and handle in silver took all the way from 1980 till now to form. So which is what? 45 years. 45 years. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, kind of a similar thing, right? So if we if we basically just look at this for Ethereum, does this bode well for Ethereum? Today I'm going to be spending the episode to break down why gold and silver are having the magnificent run they're in right now. Silver's case is actually very different from gold. And how do they compare to Bitcoin and ETH? Which ones will outperform and which ones will protect you and your family in the next coming massive big recession, financial crisis crash, which I believe is on its way in the next year or so. So we see ETH is basically, if we include this, pop up above to, this is what, 4,300. ETH has been above 300 5 times now. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5, right? I'm not counting the days, just monthly charts. So basically, let's ignore that one and call this was the 2021 top for ETH. Then we had the May 24 and then December 24 top. Everyone thought the bull market was over and then came back and made a new all-time high and then big pullback. This is what people are afraid of happening on ETH right now, on silver right now, because the high here was 48.58 and the high here 4 years later was 49.55. Went just a little bit above, right? Silver, very similar situation, right? This was 48.58. This was like 49.30, right? Just above. Look at silver. Basically, this high was what? Like it got to 48.00. This high, 30 years later, 31 years later, got to 49.83. And so people thought, okay, we're gonna maybe swing to 50, 52 and then fail and come back, right? Because silver keeps on getting rejected at these massive levels. When it does, it takes decades to recover. It took another decade to recover. This was 2011 here as well. Except a few weeks ago when it got here, Pablo said in my Discord and in my videos, I said, I think it's confirmed now above this crucial 50 level or 49, 50 level, and we're going higher. Today, we just hit like 61.5, but on the futures contracts hit $62. So if you guys have been watching or in my Discord, I've been talking about silver since the 20s. I know there are some guys who are earlier who've been talking about silver when it was in its teens, but they've probably been waiting 8 or 9 years for this. I only started talking about silver 3 years ago when it was around this area, around 22, 25 area, right? Bought some silver in the 20s, in the 30s. It completely shocked me in the 40s, right? I didn't know it was going to go straight up like this. Then when it came here, I said, okay, I think we've confirmed. We've had the weekly close. Now we're about to have the yearly close, yearly and quarterly close in another like 13 days of trading if we hold this level above 50 or even 55. that would be an amazing breakout signal for silver.